Welcome to Flavor Street. Join us as we explore unique flavors and street food recipes from around the world. Subscribe and enjoy the journey. Hollandse Nieuwe, raw herring, served with onions and pickles, seasonal. Hollandse Nieuwe, Dutch new herring, is a traditional Dutch delicacy made from freshly caught young herring that has been lightly salted and sometimes fermented. Here are the key ingredients and preparation steps. Ingredients. Fresh young herring, matchering. The herring must be fat, at least 16% fat content, and caught between May and July. Coarse sea salt, for curing the fish. Optional. Finely chopped onions, for serving. Pickles or gherkins, as an accompaniment. Fresh white bread or soft rolls, to serve with. Preparation method. Gutting the herring. The herring is gutted, but the pancreas is often left inside as it contains enzymes that help in the ripening process. Salting. The herring is packed in layers with coarse sea salt and left to cure for about 1 to 5 days, depending on size and desired taste. Freezing, modern requirement. Due to health regulations, herring must be frozen, at least -20 degrees Celsius -4 degrees Fahrenheit for 24 hours, to kill any parasites. Ripening, optional traditional method. In the past, herring was left to ripen in barrels for a few days, allowing enzymes to soften the fish naturally. Today, this is less common due to food safety rules. Cleaning and serving. After curing, the herring is rinsed to remove excess salt. The skin and bones should be soft enough to eat. Served whole, filleted, or in pieces, often with chopped raw onions. Frikandel, a deep-fried minced meat sausage, often eaten with curry ketchup. Frikandel is a popular Dutch deep-fried sausage, similar to a minced meat hot dog. Here's a basic recipe for making homemade frikandel. Ingredients. 500 g ground pork, or a mix of pork and beef. 100 g breadcrumbs. 100 milliliters milk, or water. 1 small onion, finely chopped. 1 egg. 1 teaspoon salt. Half a teaspoon pepper. Half a teaspoon nutmeg. Half a teaspoon coriander powder. Half a teaspoon mace, optional. Oil for deep frying. Preparation. Soak breadcrumbs in milk for about 5 minutes. Mix all ingredients, ground meat, soaked breadcrumbs, onion, egg, and spices, in a bowl until well combined. Knead the mixture for a few minutes until sticky and smooth. Shape the frikandel. Take a portion of the mixture, about 100 g, and roll it into a thick sausage shape, around 15 centimeters long. Alternatively, use a piping bag to extrude the mixture into sausage shapes. Deep fry at 180 degrees Celsius 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 5 to 7 minutes until golden brown and cooked through. Drain on paper towels and serve hot. Patat, Dutch fries, thick-cut fries, often served with mayo, Frikandel met. Patat is the Dutch word for potatoes, but it can also refer to Dutch fries, similar to French fries. Here's how to prepare patat, Dutch-style fries. Ingredients. Potatoes, 4 to 5 large, starchy varieties like russet or binch. Vegetable oil, for deep frying, e.g., sunflower or peanut oil. Salt to taste. Optional toppings. Mayonnaise, traditional Dutch way. Ketchup. Curry ketchup. Peanut sauce. Chopped onions. Instructions. Peel and cut. Peel potatoes and cut into thick sticks, about 1 centimeter thick. Rinse and dry. Rinse under cold water to remove starch, then pat dry. First fry, blanching. Heat oil to 130 degrees Celsius 265 degrees Fahrenheit and fry for 5 to 6 minutes until soft but not browned. Remove and drain. Second fry, crisping. Increase oil to 180 degrees Celsius 355 degrees Fahrenheit and fry again for 2 to 3 minutes until golden and crispy. Season and serve. Sprinkle with salt and serve with your favorite sauces. Lobster roll. Some seafood stalls offer fresh lobster in a buttery bun. Lobster roll recipe with a list of ingredients you'll need. Ingredients for lobster roll, serves 2 to 4. For the lobster filling. 1 pound, 450 g, cooked lobster meat, claw, knuckle, and tail meat, chopped into bite-sized pieces. 2 to 3 tablespoons mayonnaise, preferably Hellmann's or homemade. 1 tablespoon fresh lemon juice. 1 teaspoon Dijon mustard, optional. 1 to 2 tablespoons melted butter, optional, for extra richness. 1 to 2 stalk celery, finely diced. 1 to 2 tablespoons fresh chives or parsley, finely chopped. Salt and black pepper to taste. A pinch of paprika or Old Bay seasoning, optional. For the rolls. For New England-style hot dog buns, top split, with buttered sides. 2 to 3 tablespoons unsalted butter, melted, for toasting. Optional add-ins. A dash of hot sauce, like Tabasco. A sprinkle of celery salt. Lettuce leaves, for crunch, if desired. Instructions. Prepare the lobster filling. In a bowl, mix lobster meat, mayonnaise, lemon juice, Dijon mustard, if using, celery, chives, salt, pepper, and paprika. Chill for 15 to 30 minutes to let flavors meld. Toast the buns. Brush the sides of the buns with melted butter and toast in a skillet until golden brown. Assemble. Fill each bun generously with the lobster mixture. Serve with extra lemon wedges and chips or fries. Stroopwafel, thin waffles filled with caramel syrup. Stroopwafel is a delicious Dutch waffle cookie made from 2 thin layers of baked dough with a caramel-like syrup filling in between. Here are the ingredients you'll need to make them at home. For the waffle dough. 4 cups, 500 g, all-purpose flour. 1 cup, 200 g, granulated sugar. 1 cup, 225 g, unsalted butter, softened. 2 large eggs. Half a cup, 120 milliliters lukewarm milk. 1 packet, 7 g, active dry yeast or 20 g fresh yeast. 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon, optional. Half a teaspoon salt. For the stroop, syrup filling. 1 cup, 200 g, dark brown sugar. Half a cup, 150 g, light corn syrup or Dutch, stroop or maple syrup. Half a cup, 115 g, unsalted butter. 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Optional additions. A pinch of nutmeg or cardamom for extra flavor. A splash of rum or brandy in the syrup, for depth. Equipment needed. Stroopwafel iron, or a regular waffle iron/pizzelle maker. Rolling pin. Round cookie cutter, about 3 to 4 inches in diameter. Pastry brush. Basic steps. Prepare the dough by mixing yeast with warm milk, then combining with flour, sugar, butter, eggs, and spices. Knead into a smooth dough and let it rise. Make the syrup filling by melting butter, sugar, and syrup together, then simmering until thickened. Add cinnamon and vanilla. Bake the waffles in a preheated iron, then slice them in half while warm. Spread the syrup on one half and sandwich with another. Poffertjes, mini fluffy pancakes with powdered sugar and butter. Poffertjes are small, fluffy Dutch pancakes traditionally made with yeast and buckwheat flour. Here's a classic recipe to make them at home. Ingredients for poffertjes, serves 4 to 6. 200 g all-purpose flour, or half all-purpose, half buckwheat flour for authenticity. 200 milliliters warm milk. 1 large egg. 7 g active dry yeast or 15 g fresh yeast. 1 tablespoon sugar. Pinch of salt. Butter or oil, for greasing the pan. Optional additions. Vanilla extract, for flavor. Melted butter and powdered sugar, for serving. Fresh berries or syrup, as toppings. Instructions. Activate yeast, mix warm milk, not hot, sugar, and yeast. Let sit for 5 to 10 minutes until frothy. Make batter, whisk flour, salt, egg, and yeast mixture until smooth. Cover and let rise for 1 hour, until bubbly. Cook. Heat a Poffertjes pan, or mini pancake pan, and grease with butter. Pour small amounts of batter into each cavity. Flip. Once bubbles form, after 1-2 minutes, flip with a fork or skewer and cook the other side until golden. Serve. Dust with powdered sugar and melted butter. Enjoy warm. Dutch apple pie, a peltart, often sold in slices at cafes. Dutch apple pie recipe with its signature crumbly streusel topping. Ingredients. For the pie crust: 1 1/4 cups, 160 g, all-purpose flour. Half a teaspoon salt. 1 tablespoon granulated sugar. Half a cup, 115 g, cold unsalted butter, cubed. 3 to 4 tablespoons ice water. For the apple filling: 6 to 7 medium apples, a mix of Granny Smith and Honeycrisp works well. Half a cup, 100 g, granulated sugar. 2 tablespoons brown sugar. 1 tablespoon lemon juice. 1 1/2 teaspoons ground cinnamon. 1/4 teaspoon ground nutmeg. 2 tablespoons cornstarch, or flour, for thickening. 1 tablespoon butter, for dotting. For the Dutch streusel topping: 3/4 cup, 95 g, all-purpose flour. Half a cup, 100 g, brown sugar. 1/4 cup, 50 g, granulated sugar. Half a teaspoon cinnamon. 1/3 cup, 75 g, cold unsalted butter, cubed. Instructions. Prepare the crust. Mix flour, salt, and sugar. Cut in cold butter until crumbly. Gradually add ice water until dough forms. Chill for 30 minutes. Roll out and fit into a 9-inch pie dish. Make the filling. Peel, core, and slice apples. Toss with sugars, lemon juice, cinnamon, nutmeg, and cornstarch. Fill the pie crust and dot with butter. Make the streusel. Combine flour, sugars, and cinnamon. Cut in butter until crumbly. Sprinkle evenly over apples. Bake. Preheat oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit 190 degrees Celsius. Bake for 45 to 55 minutes until golden and bubbly. Cool before serving. Fresh mint tea, often served with honey. Fresh mint tea with minimal ingredients. Ingredients: fresh mint leaves, 10 to 12 leaves, or a small handful. Water, 2 cups, about 500 milliliters. Honey or sugar, optional, to taste. Lemon slices, optional, for extra freshness. Ginger, optional, a small slice for added flavor. Instructions. Wash the mint leaves thoroughly under running water. Boil water in a pot or kettle. Add mint leaves to the hot water and let them steep for 5 to 7 minutes, longer for stronger flavor. Strain the tea into a cup. Sweeten with honey or sugar if desired. Add lemon or ginger, optional, for extra zest. Serve hot or chill for iced mint tea.